Hello everyone, my name is Luca and welcome to part 2 of the installation of this new grow out box. So stay tuned and enjoy. So what I am going to do is I have some silicone and pebble stones, and I will be putting silicone all along here. I will cover this with silicone and then put these stones on top of the silicone. That way when I set this back down like this, the back wall will be like a 3D background. Basically a cheap way of doing your own DIY 3D background without having to spend lots of money, and it will look pretty good. So let's get to it then. So I'm going to go in with the silicone. Prior to applying silicone to surface, ensure that it's dust free for best grip. Make sure you have a window open if you are working with silicone indoor, as fumes are very strong. You should also wear a mask, unlike me being silly. Right, that's me just about out, so there, that will do. Now we can begin to add in the pebble stones. Now I have already pre-rinsed these pebble stones and I put them in a pot with boiling water, left them to boil in a pot for an hour. Of course, before adding these in, I did let them air dry for a couple of days so they're nice and dry. So just give it a little press, try and compact them. Now, should this work, this will be a haven for beneficial bacteria. Now that we have done this, we can leave it like this for 1 week in order to allow the silicone to set. Once it has fully cured, then we can come back and begin to fill this up with water. 1 week later. So after having waited 1 week, the silicone has finally cured. So now we can commence to set this up and fill it up with water. Let's go. So here I have my thermostat. That's a 200 watt air pump and some air line. I also have some Cera Ciporax biofilter medium for beneficial bacteria. However, I am going to take this from one of my other setups which has already got beneficial bacteria, hence it has already cycled. So once we do that, I'll use a sponge filter from this one here, already cycled sponge filter. I'll transfer it into here, take some of the cycled media and transfer it to here along with the cycled sponge filter, and that way it's like giving this a kickstart. Let's rock. Thermostat. Now these 200 watt thermostat heaters already come preset at 26 degrees. So I am going to bump this up. So I have now set it. As for decorating this, I have some bigger size pebble stones and some ocean rock that I will be putting into here. I prefer to have the heater down here like this, and hopefully I'll be able to hide it with some rocks. Keeping the heater at the bottom has a bonus to it, because while draining water from your aquariums or your plastic storage boxes as I'm using, the water will not drop below the heater. So the heater will not crack if it's at the bottom. It will always be submerged in the water. Sometimes it can happen that you forget to switch off the thermostat and you start draining water and it cracks. That has happened to me a few times before in the past. So like this, no chance that will happen. So because the thermostat and the air pump has these European plugs on them, I have this adapter here. This opens up, that clips in like so, close this over, then all I need to do is with a screwdriver screw this screw in and I can plug it in. Basically that's how it works. Now I may begin adding in the rocks. Then I may fill this 38-gallon box with water and get the cycled sponge filter, also the cycled media, into here. It is always good to take your time while scaping your aquarium or ponds to achieve your preferred scape, as you will see me doing in this video. If you have any questions, please do ask me and I will be more than happy to answer them. So that's me now finished filling this 38-gallon storage box with water. I do not have any lights for it at the moment, but I will bring the camera closer so that you can have a look to see what I have done and how I have set this thing up. Please have patience with me. There is something I forgot to do, and that's to remove this sticker. I know, I need to get rid of that. Once I have lights for this, it will do this a lot more justice. So what I have done is I have drilled holes through the top of this lid to allow the airline to come through and connect to the air pump. I have painted the back of the storage box. Again, another hole here for the second airline to come through. The reason why this hole is as big as this is to allow these European plugs to be passed through in order so that I can have the cable coming through. I have done a rough job here of cutting out a hole from this end of the lid. As you can see here, I started to rush it and I made a bit of a mess here. However, if you are doing any DIY job, be sure to have the required tools for the job to ensure the job gets done well. What I did here to smoothen down the edges, I did not use sandpaper, I used steel wool grade U super fine. Says here, always wear safety equipment. You should wear gloves while using this. I did not. Now if we look in here, you will see my D.I.Y modification to this sponge filter. That's the cycled media, that's the cycled sponge filter. And this is the escape. This is it from the side view. Kind of formed like a little cave in there. Just a little hideout for the small fish. Of course, as they grow, they'll probably not fit under there. I have hidden the thermostat down the back here behind these rocks. Perhaps you can see the little light. So the thermostat is hidden down the back of these rocks. The 3D DIY background did turn out very well. Again, you will see that when I do finally get lights for this storage box. But that's some of the stones above the water surface, so not bad for a trial and error. So if this is your first time watching and you do not want to miss out on more videos to come, be sure to hit that sub button, ding the little notification bell to receive notifications on this channel, and you will never miss a thing. So if you've enjoyed watching this, hit the like button. Alternatively, you may hit the dislike button. However, if you do, please leave an explanation down below. Thank you for watching, take care, and have a great day. Bye.